All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a Monday. It is a Monday indeed. Wade, it's good to see you. Howdy, biker. Hey, Silas. Joe, TJ. Good to see you, man. That's right, Joe. A fun day. I'm sure it'll be super fun. Nothing bad ever happens in Star Citizen. Hey, Overkill. Hey, Raymond, sorry about that. I was preoccupied looking for Waffle. Little turd got outside and he was in the backyard somewhere, but I had to track him down. And you know how cats are. It doesn't matter what you call them. They never come. And like, he would have been fine out there. I just didn't want to leave him out there. All right. Yeah, Chaos. The only way to get him to really come is to threaten him with food. Doing the whole treat shaking thing, you know. And even then, it takes him a while to get off his fat butt. Like, this cat doesn't run for anything, you know. Oh, no worries, Ken. Meds have been taken. Believe me, meds have been taken. It has been a rough last few days. Also a righto. Ooh. Everybody's running stuff. My goodness. Someone's running medical supplies. Nice, Joe. What were you running in? If you don't mind me asking. Man. Not even enough ZPN to warrant running. Oof. Man, I could take it. I could take what's there. That's 16. It's 24. Ugh. It's literally half of what I usually grab. At least it'll be a quick load. Ah, the Max. Good old Max. I do like the Max. Ooh, Joe, you're close. What's the full price on that thing? Like 16? Oh, Daniel, I am sorry. Yeah, man, that is a thing. Like, you'll get server lag. And it's like, this rock's not going, and then suddenly it's overcharged, and it explodes and takes you with it. Honestly, Raymond? No, but I was not on this weekend. All the gaming that I did this weekend was far away from Star Citizen. In fact, I've got a little story on that. Because,
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
I realized good old Civilization VII was out, sort of.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Yeah, Chaos, that's what I figured. I heard it was, too. Oh, kid. Thank you, kid. Thank you, man. And then, kid, if it helps, I've actually started working on the scripting for one. Now, I'll have you know, the process is not refined or, you know, I don't have a step-by-step thing, but I have started work on the scripting. So there is at least work put into it. Thank you. Good job, biker. Like, I'm sure that Star Citizen will find a way to kick us all in the pants, but good recovery, you know. Hey, Lonix. But yeah, like, you know, this weekend, you know, I was like, oh yeah, Civ 7, that's out. Sort of. And then I started to look into it, because as expensive as games are these days, it's always nice to do your diligence, or due diligence, and research things. Now, Lodix, you're good. I actually just got started. I was outside looking for a cat. Oh, biker, I can help you with that. But, I was gonna pick it up, and then I watched some gameplay on it, and I am appalled. I am absolutely appalled at what they have done to Civilization. Oh yeah, biker, he's fine. Just, he was outside with a dog earlier, and instead of coming in when he should have, he just decided to hang out outside, and I had to figure out where he was, because calling his name doesn't do anything. You have to tempt him with food. And I live right next to a highway or interstate or whatever you want to call it. So, like, shaking a treat thing doesn't carry very far. John, not yet, but we just got started. Okay, so Lonix. The thing about Civilization, and I've noticed this since Civilization VI, Firaxis likes to steal mechanics from Amplitude Studios. And I know someone's probably going to be like, no, they don't, Jack. You can't put, you know, a copyright on mechanics or whatever, but apparently Warner Brothers thinks you can. But anyway, between Civilization 5 and 6, Firaxis took a lot of stuff from Endless Legend. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is great. This only improves Civilization. Like, is it theft? Yeah, sure, but it works out for us. And, you know, Civ 6 had its issues. But the thing about Civ 6 that I did not like over 5 is that 5 allows you to build both tall and wide. And what that means is you can either build like one or two, like, you know, a couple of cities, but build them up really, really thick and tall, like very developed, or just wide, which is a bunch of little cities all over the place. Or, you know, a mix and match. But anyway. Oh, thank you, Luna. Thank you. Hey, that's my dinner right there. That is my din-dins. Thank you, Luna. Hey, no worries. You can fall asleep. You guys don't actually have to pay attention to me. Shoot, I'm just tickled you guys are here, you know? But yeah, like, you know, they've taken a lot of mechanics from Endless Legend, from Amplitude Studios. Well, Amplitude Studios released a game a little while back called Humankind. It was kind of their answer to Civilization. Like, you know, here's our 4X game, but instead of having, you know, cocaine snorting ghost wizards and cities on the backs of giant beetles and stuff and dragon wizards and whatnot, it's going to be set in an actual, you know, it's a civilization setting, you know, where, like, I don't know, Assyrians can duke it out with the Maori and all that, you know, like how you do in Civ. And it wasn't received well. It had a lot of issues, and it seems like no 4X really releases to good reviews, except maybe Endless Legend. And Civilization has the same issue. It comes out, it has a lot of issues. By 2 DLCs, they fix it. That's usually how Civilization goes. Like, no base game Civilization in the last decade has really released to rave reviews. Oh, Coyote. Thank you, Coyote. Thank you. And good job. Good job getting the Wookiee. And now, Luna, that's fair. Like, I've been kind of on no sleep, but I have no child to worry about. The worst thing that I have is a dog and a cat, and I ignore them half the time, you know. Now, you see exotic... I've heard great things about Age of Wonders. I just haven't tried it out yet. But yeah, so anyway, I've built all this backup stuff. And Biker, I think it's like 1 point... It's like 1 and a 10th, maybe? 1 and a 20th? I think 10 Canadian is like 12 USD. Don't quote me on that. But to get back to Civilization, Civilization VII comes out. And they've taken more things. They took a bunch of things from Humankind. But they did not implement them well. One, they did that terrible thing where you can pay like double the money and play the game a week early. Which, I'm going to go on a rant on that. I hate that. That is the most evil, terrible, money-grubbing thing a game company could do these days. And let me tell you why. Everybody wants to be a streamer, right? Like, raise your hands. How many people out there have a streaming channel? Everybody wants to be a streamer. You might not stream all the time. You might stream once a week, once a month, or whatever. But everybody wants to do it. Some people, you know, get lucky and actually get to make big stuff out of it. Some people just do it for fun. Honestly, the people that just do it for fun, you're the ones doing it right. But there are people out there who want to make streaming a big thing. Like, they actually want to make it like a, you know, like a career, or like they're going to try for it. And whether they make it or not, they're still going to try for it. Well, guess what? These games come out and it's like, oh, you know, buy the $120 edition and you can play it for free, or not for free, but earlier. Well, if you're the stream type, you have to do that. I mean, who's going to want to watch you play it if they can watch someone else play it a week early and then they've had their fill of it or whatever? So, you know, people rush out and they buy the super expensive version. And it turns out that the super expensive version is just paying double so you can essentially beta test. It's like, you guys remember when Starfield came out? Like that. You know, like pay extra money, get the special edition, play it a week early, and that was one of those huge things that everybody was going to stream before we all found out what a dud it was. And I still feel awful because, you know, Phaedrus got that for me. Exactly, Lonix. Like, no game comes out like that these days. Hey, Brian. Yeah, see, Luna, I think you need what are those things called? Earplugs.
Quantum drive is now off.
That's a lot of sound. And then, okay, and my other parts to this, it's just bad. The UI is unfinished. Literally, the UI is next to unreadable, or does not communicate what you're actually supposed to do, or has you go through needless menus. Like, I highly suspect that the game was built for consoles and then just ported over for PC, because the menus and the UI do not make sense and are literally unfinished. Gameplay wise, they steal more mechanics from Amplitude, because they now have the progression thing where you swap civilizations. So, like, instead of just picking, I don't know, Russia, and you're Russia for 6,000 years, you now pick like an ancient civilization like the Mycenaeans, or they don't actually have the Mycenaeans, but you know what I mean. You pick Egypt in the beginning, and then once you get to the next era, everybody goes to the next era together, and you pick a new civilization, and now you're, I don't know, the Ottomans. And the thing is, Humankind introduced that. Like, the game Humankind introduced that. But the Civilization does not do it well. It's not a good transition. It's very jerky. Let's say you're allied with an AI and you hit that transition. Suddenly, you might not be allied anymore. Over the whole age transition thing, suddenly you're no longer friends. Did you have a massive army building up to go fight somebody? Guess what? That army's gone. It's been replaced with one updated unit. Like, it's just so immersion breaking, so staggering, so jarring. It's just implemented in such a haphazard, jagged way that Humankind, with all its faults, did so much better. And like, I spent about 5 hours watching Civ gameplay, and the whole time I'm looking at Humankind on my Steam list going, perhaps I treated you too harshly. So yeah, that's my issues with Civ 7. Like, Amplitude, for all their faults with a Humankind game, they didn't charge me double the price to play it early. They gave me an overall working, if somewhat flawed, product. Sorry, that's my rant. Talos, Christian, it's good to see you guys. And Lonix, you're right. The last time a game was good at launch, it was on physical media. Like, there was a time that games released and they actually had things like optimization. They worked on bugs before the game launched instead of just fixing it in post. You didn't have to go home and immediately download a 20 gig update.
Landing gear down. Shield system online.
I miss those days. And like, yeah, like, you know, you get a game that had bugs in it occasionally, but it would be a bug like the shotgun in Mercenaries doesn't actually have a firing sound. But only on the PlayStation 2 version. For some reason on Xbox, that wasn't an issue. Oh, Brian, back on the train, huh? Where are we today, Brian? Can you tell us? You back on the Marias Pass? Oh, yeah, Christian. Yeah, they do. Oh, Topeka to Newton. Got a friend out in Topeka. He does Lonix. He gets to ride on the in the safety car and monitor the tracks. Make sure they're safe, and if they're not safe, you know, he calls it in. He's got all that really cool equipment and some really cool cars that they haul. Sorry, Brian, not to, you know, speak your job for you. Tell us all about it more. Oh, wait, selling for 0. Oh, that one I don't know. What is it and where is it? Oh, right. I only had half the cargo. Oh, Migs, it seems to be all right. Gold at Rats? Wait. Do me a favor. And you may have already done it. But get off the kiosk and get back on the kiosk. I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, somebody sold while you were there, refreshed while you were there, and maybe they're full now, which I don't think Rats ever really gets full, but... Can you take the cargo back with you? Like, can you load it back up on your ship? Oh, Brian, that's fair. I'm sure that even the most hardcore train buff would probably get tired of a job like that. And Coyote, that's probably the highest I've got it right there, just 4 high. Wait. How much do they currently have in inventory? And what size are your boxes? Because if it says they have high inventory, I'm wondering if what they have left to buy is like 8 SCU, and your smallest being 16 means you can't sell anything. No, Brian, that's also it too. Like, you actually got family. You got people you love and you want to see them, you know, learn to ride bikes or whatever. I don't remember how old they are. I'm sorry. Pet their first dog. Go to a rodeo. I don't know what there is to do in Montana. I assume rodeos. I kind of miss going to the rodeo. Okay, speaking of shows, I got a question for you guys. It's kind of a poll the audience thing. Have you ever been to a particular circus, the traveling circus, called Garden Bros Nuclear Circus? Because it seems like they come through here a lot, and I don't trust them. I want to go to the circus. So bad. It's been forever since I've been to the circus. But I don't trust them. Because one, in their advertising, it always says Garden Bros Nuclear Circus, and I can't figure out what makes it nuclear. And they have yet to respond to my emails. And, like, I'm okay with being lied to, because, I mean, that's half the experience of, you know, a carnival or a circus or a fair, but you want the lie to at least be magical. Oh, Raymond, rodeos are so fun. You get some, like, stadium food, yeah. Watch people try to, you know, stay onto a bull for 8 seconds. Watch them get tossed off. Watch people try to lasso cattle and hog time and whatnot. Wait, are those 3 boxes also gold? Because if so, I would wait 15 to 30 minutes and then try to sell those. Because I'm wondering if there's just a lot of people trading right now. Because, man, I logged in at Rat's Nest and they were wiped out commodity-wise. Oh, biker. Did you find them? But yeah, Dallas, I don't know what there is to do. Like, I've never been to Montana. I would love to. I just haven't been up that way. It's just, you know, they're not exactly known as a entertainment metropolis. You know, in Vegas, there's gambling, tattoos, getting married, and spending your life savings. I don't know what you do, you know, north of that. Ooh, call me Nick. That's the question, isn't it? That is the question. Gee golly. How were the state of things? Well, Nick, over the weekend, there was degraded performance to the point that, they actually said it was degraded performance. So we're in 4.0 now, Nick. We have Pyro. In fact, I'm in Pyro right now. You won't catch me on a planet though for a while, because going down to a planet is death. Because there are so many pirates about that you get onto one place and you get hit by 12 pirates who didn't know that the other 11 were there. We got the Polaris. The Polaris is out. The whole sea is out. The whole sea only works about half the time. I say that. I would say less than half. I left a ship here. Did they just eat my ship?
To the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle please visit again.
See, Joe, I don't like that. I want my ship to stay. So yeah, Nick, there's been a lot of things, you know, salvage is a thing now. We have salvage gameplay. I don't know if we had that back when you took your sabbatical. We have, listen, man, I fly a Caterpillar, and that thing hasn't changed since 2.63. So I don't know if watching me is going to show you anything new. Although we have to hand load cargo now. That's a thing. Oh, Joe, thank you for reminding me. I need to actually drink. We do have a slew of new combat ships. That is correct. Hey, Gaz. Yeah, new flight model, new MFDs. Not really a huge fan of the new MFDs, but, you know, whatever. I've weathered worst. Yeah, we got the medical terrapin. We got what else did we get over the last 2 years? We got things, Nick. We got things. So, Nick, if you're still here, you can now see how we hand load cargo. It used to be slightly less tedious, but for some reason, they didn't like that, so they made it slightly more tedious. Oh, thank you, Brian. I'll have to watch it off stream. Wait, hold on. Was port stealing from somebody? Wow, Porridge is on a... I don't know what route he's snaring right now, but if you're on my server, stay away from it. Now, Horror, buddy, I have a question. One, are you trolling? Because if you are, that's good. Two, if you're not trolling... You know this is CIG, right? Like... Buddy, you're talking in months. Or okay. I legitimately admire that. And I want you to know, at no point did I mean any of it as an insult. There are bugs that I have seen in this game that have lasted well over a year. I mean, Ken, I might as well hit it.
Star Citizen, baby.
Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, so Nick, here, I'll show you. And there is a tractor beam on the Caterpillar, but they placed it in the worst possible area. So there's very little use to it unless you have a crew. But yeah, check this out, Nick. Boom. Goes right there. Got another box. Boom. Goes right here. The problem is the Caterpillar is an ancient ship. And the cargo grid is an absolute mess. Of its 576 SCU, you can only really easily utilize 384 of it. You know, Gaz, that was actually my very first ship. Also, Banny, it's good to see you, man. Oh, Jazz, that sucks. Oh, that's a long drive to mess up. Now, Nick, you know, they are working on getting a lot of things fixed this year. And also, Nick, going to Pyro is pretty fun. Tell you what, Nick. Let me go find a place to dump this Omnipoxy and Crusader. And we'll go through the wormhole just for you. How about that? Usually I like to keep these runs in Pyro, but yeah, Banny, like, I wish there was more stuff to take between the two. You know? Like, I want to do more intergalactic trucking. And you can take stuff out of Pyro to Stanton, but very little stuff goes the other way. So Horror, let me tell you about the whole scene, man. Let me tell you about the whole scene. On paper, and sometimes it's actually really good. Like, you can make without issue. Okay, well, I say that without issue of demand or supply issues. About 450,000 a run. Maybe more, 400,000 a run, which is good money. You know, very little skill involved. Like, you have to slow down, obviously. The thing flies like an oil tanker, but you can actually make good money with it. The problem is none of its issues are on paper. So Horror, let's say you've got a crew, all right? There's a bug right now. If any of your crew runs down the spindle while it's in movement, the ship explodes, taking all of its cargo with it. Sometimes you go to sell, and it takes the cargo, but if the server's bad, it doesn't give you your money. And there's no way to tell what it's going to do until after you commit. Sometimes you buy cargo, and it takes your money, but doesn't give you the cargo. And the way that the whole sea is set up, you fly to a station with your cargo, you land, or, you know, dock, go inside, tell it you want to sell, then have to go back to your ship, undock, fly down to the cargo deck, let it unload, then go back up, dock, buy more cargo, undock, come back down, grab your cargo. It's a very unoptimized experience. It has a lot of issues that can make you lose money. I alone have lost over 12 million UEC on the whole sea this patch. 4.0 this patch, I have lost 12 million on the thing. And Raymond, I actually have not jumped into PTU yet, so I literally, even if I could tell you anything, I wouldn't have anything to say about it. Although I do have some I have a little bit of info to share that is not NDA that I think you guys would like to know. Yeah, whiskey. It's like, don't all these poor people out here that are all addicted to things need, I don't know, food and stuff? Like, don't they need things that Stanton provides? But no, here I am taking whatever omnipoxy is. What is this, like super glue? Yeah, horror, I would stay with your C2, man. The whole C, if they can iron out all the bugs, is an amazing ship that is wonderful to make money with. But, honestly, man, even running solo, I think you can make more with your C2. Yeah, Nick, for 400k, you got to invest about 2 million. And that one hurts to lose on a whole C.
Torpedo burrito.
Oh, thank you, Gaz. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Bad. Although I am contractually obligated to tell you that it's not my birthday. You know what? I don't need guns. Oh, whiskey. Yeah. So Nick, since you've been gone the last 2 years, I don't think you've heard about the Ironclad. So Nick, imagine 3 caterpillars strapped together like a triple wide mobile home. That's what the Ironclad is. Oh, Raven, I'm sorry. Okay, so Raven, you know we're getting a new Heart Seeker, right? The Hornet Heart Seeker. Okay, before I plot this jump, let me actually check who buys Omnipoxy in Stanton. Because, if I'm not going to get good money for it, I'm going to sell this here first and take something else through. 2508. $26.56. Oof. Well, that's not much. You know what? Whatever. I'll do it anyway. So anyway, take it to RL1. Why not? The new Heartseeker, instead of being an individual ship, is going to be a kit that you can apply to any Hornet. Not a skin, a kit.
Weapons online. Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, it applies like the loadout and styling to any Hornet. You know, Coconut, I actually, okay, so I got Chinese last night. And, the Chinese place that I go to, Great Wall, they have chicken on a stick. And it's, you know, literally just chunks of chicken meat on a little stick. And now, like, whenever I get it, I just think, Pyro. Rat on a stick. It just makes me feel all-star citizen-y, you know? And yeah, Wes, that's true. It is a convertible. It is a convertible. It's a big convertible. And Archerius, they do. Now, Ken, I have no idea, man. We're actually going to find out tomorrow. We're going to find out more about it tomorrow because the Coramore stuff starts tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Today's the 10th. And... Yep, tomorrow. Oh, Brian, yes. Like, you know how many Alopa rats I have eaten in Pyro? I think I have probably eaten 3,000 credits in rats in Pyro. But yeah, it's just like whenever I get any sort of meat on a stick now, I'm just like, Alopa rat. Ken, apparently it applies to any Hornet. So, I'm assuming Ghost, Tracker. Like, the thing that I'm looking at has the word any in bold, italicized, and underlined. So, literally, any Hornet. So, I think you're good, buddy. Wade, you're gonna have to wait until you could take it to, what is it, Arc L4 that buys gold? They'd probably take it all on a dump. I mean, you know, Ken, I want to see what you're trading there. I think the only thing you're trading in a Hornet is shots. Oh yeah, Jazz, the sea nut. You know, they used to squirm. Back in the PTU, they squirmed. Yeah, Raymond, not just a paint. Apparently it's a whole kit. Gotcha, Wade. So you gotta auto unload that. Oof. Oof, my doof. You know, Wade, sometimes... I know sometimes there's issues where you just cannot auto sell out of a ship. So you might actually have to write those off as a loss. Unless you know, wind up somewhere else that takes it. You know, Luna, it's supposed to do that with the Vanguard kits. Now, Ken, apparently it changes the loadout and the skin. I don't know if it does anything else. Like, you know, loadout is kind of a vague term. We'll find out more tomorrow. Hey, super. I mean, Arcturus, it'd be nice, right? Have a little conversion kit, put up a few walls, and some throw pillows. Yeah, Ken, all the Koromor stuff goes up tomorrow. In fact, Ken, I can tell you right now that the Hornet and the Zeus are getting the fancy new paint jobs. Oh, Joe, that sounds amazing. Dude, I love me a good Chinese place. Well, Gideon, I already finished mine. Unless you're saying you need help with yours. Nah, Arcturus, I'm just jumping forever. No, Joe, dude, I get that. Best food I ever had was at this Uzbekistani place in Austin. It was literally a hole in the wall. I had to walk down this weird alley made of other buildings to get to it. Like, it was like windows on either side, but they zipped and zapped different corners, and I got to the very end of it, and it's this place called Uz Eats, and I don't think they're there anymore. Oh my god, it was so good. Brian, I went with Headhunters, and I know they look very edgy. They do. They're very edgy looking, but I feel that they were the most honest about what they want out of Pyro, and they also offered me purple skins. And one, it's very hard for me to say no to purple. And, two, I appreciate being upfront about things. It's like, yeah, like, listen, we're jerks, and we run drugs, and, like, we murder a few people. But we like Pyro the way it is. And conveniently, all the missions they had were against frontier fighters, none of them against Citizens for Prosperity, who are backed by the Hurstons. All right, Nick, you still here, buddy? Time to open the hole. And yeah, Ken, have a good day, man. Gideon, who did you end up siding with? Some missions are a lot easier than others. Bro, that's not a silly question at all. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm good to navigate before I start going into a ramble. But no, man, I'm more agnostic than anything. And I know a lot of people say that agnostics are just atheists that are cowards. But I grew up doing a lot of the church thing. A lot of the church thing. And, I know it helps a lot of folk. but I definitely didn't get what I needed out of it. But that's not everybody. So I'm not going to sit here and tell people how to live their life. Or that, you know, their reverentially held beliefs are wrong just because, I don't know, I watched some edgy 14-year-old YouTube video or whatever. You know what I mean. Also in Revan, it's good to see you, man. Oh yeah, Luna. Yeah, no, I really do enjoy the body kits that Elite Dangerous put out. Granted, how long is it going to take them to actually do that with Star Citizen, you know? Like, they came out with the best in show stuff before the paint jobs came out. And then paint jobs they had a whole crisis with. Yeah, exactly, Gaz. Like, and I hope, oh man, I hope we can all be mature here. Because I feel like as long as we've been doing this, we realize that we respect each other. But living in the South, where I live, that has a lot of evangelical rhetoric, I find a lot of stuff clashes with a lot of teachings, and they kind of overlooked that clashing for a lot of personal stuff. So Gideon, I'm sorry, I kind of missed it. What did you go with? Was it Headhunters? Was it okay? You went Headhunters. Okay, so Gideon, you want to do the Outpost one? Outpost is way more easy. You can stay in your ship. Basically, you fly to the outpost, shoot anybody in the air. Once the air defense is down, it'll load up some stuff on the ground for you to shoot. Not people, supplies, like boxes. And you just shoot those with your guns and you go home. I think it took me all of an hour and a half to do mine. And 60% of that was just having to fly to the different planets. Doing the outpost ones are mind-numbingly easy. You know, Phaedrus, all caterpillars are low riders if you forget to lower the landing gear. Get in, you will need to pew-pew. I would bring a fighter, or at least something that can take a few hits. Because it'll spawn, like, 2 to 4 enemies. And they'll be in things like an Avenger, or a Hornet, or, you know, a Raven. Well, not a Raven, but a Saber type. A Zeus should be okay. Like, a C1 might struggle, but I think a Zeus would be fine. Oh, and Revenant, I do apologize. I am sorry. Thank you for telling me. Right, F1 to get my... See, in Deep Sky, that's it too. Like, if you look at all religious texts, like, if you take it at face value, that all religion, you know, comes from a god, or deity, however you want to describe it, the editor of that book is still man. And gee golly, Mankind has never had its own opinions on anything. Nope, none whatsoever. I'm going to tell you what I do appreciate about religion, though. And now that I actually have you guys here and we're talking about it, maybe you can help me out here on this. Hats. Oof, I waited way too late to do this. Seems like every religion has a hat. Like, you know, the Pope and all the bishop people, they got hats, they got fancy hats. Like, I know Islam, you got hats. Even like in Shinto, they got those tall hats. The super tall hats. And like in Judaism, it's the, what is it, yarmulke? Like, is there a religion, like a big religion out there, not some guy just in his basement getting a tax write-off? Is there a religion out there that doesn't have a hat? Yes, yeah, atheism has a fedora. oh, Charing, that's, oh my god, that's good. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, Chark, that was good. Oh, that was good. Oh, that got me. Yeah, no, man, like, everybody's got a hat, and I kind of feel like the hat is just, back in the day, like, someone wanting to feel special. Yeah, even Pastafarians have the strainer. So yeah, like, I just, like, is there like a major religion that don't got a hat somewhere? Because, like, everything that I know about religion, I learned from, well, honestly, years of traumatic childhood, but also playing Civilization and, you know, a few young adult novels I probably shouldn't have read. Oh, Buddhists. Do they super? Okay. Like, okay, listen, my Google search is cursed because it's things like, do Buddhists have hats? Or do you ever get lonely? Oh, yep, they got hats. They got hats. Oh, that's a nice hat. But yeah, just, you know, it seems like every religion has a hat. It's like, hey, look how important I am. Pretty cool, right? Boy, you got me there. Well, no, Joe, it's just like, okay, so listen. I do those Google surveys. You know, for like a couple of cents here and there, because that way I just never have to pay for like a rental movie. And Google loves asking me questions about like, why did you search for this? Like, okay, so once upon a time, I watched a YouTube video called The Mantis Who Wouldn't Pray, or yeah, The Mantis Who Wouldn't Pray. And really it was just like a really bad knockoff of VeggieTales. And, you know, I watch it, whatever. And then like 10 minutes later, Google sends me a survey and it's like, why did you watch this? And legit, one of the questions was this a valuable use of your time? And it's like, wow, Google, why are you judging me so harshly? Like, just, it's like, listen, man, I clicked on it out of morbid curiosity, okay? I wasn't emotionally invested in the CGI Mantis's character development. Yeah, see, Indiana Jones without a hat. Which, speaking of, I actually saw. I finished the final Indiana Jones movie Saturday night, which was The Last Crusade. And you know, I feel like they ended on a high note. It's a good thing they never made any past that. Oh yeah, Terry. Which, I mean, they've got it. I've got an Android phone, so Google knows where I am at all times anyway. Dude, I am so glad that we didn't grow up with smartphones. I am so glad. Like, I remember working with teenagers at Best Buy, them being upset because, like, their parents installed, like, Life 360 on their phone or whatever, so they can track them at all times, and it pings them if they go outside a certain area, and it's like, that is house arrest, you know? That is straight up house arrest. Like, that is... Like, there is a contract between parent and teenager, where the parent doesn't want a teenager to do a thing, and their teenager will try their best to do that thing. And that's just, you know, that's life. That's part of life. And with the advent of all this new technology, it's gotten harder and harder for the teenager to commit mischief. Like, you know, I would sneak out all the time. Now, granted, my sneaking out was like to go get donuts or to buy fresh batteries at Walmart. Like, I snuck out for dumb reasons, but I still did it, you know. Yeah, see, Clint Eastwood had a hat. Like, that's just it. I feel like hats and perceived importance just go hand in hand. Yeah, see, Coyote, that's it, though. Like, it's not as fun. It's filtered and... Like... I miss, you know, opening the window, sneaking out, putting my car in neutral, rolling down the hill with the lights off, starting it up after I'm away from the house, going out to do stuff. And then, like, coming home, like, getting the car up to speed, and then killing the engine and coasting back in. See, guys, I stole one thing as a kid, and it was a Hot Wheels, and I stole it from this girl that was the daughter of a guy my mom was dating. And I got the crap beat out of me for it, and then I had to apologize and write a letter of apology and all this other stuff. And I found out that stealing hearts is so much easier. No, I never stole after that. Now, Lonix, that is fair. Yeah, no, I don't listen to true crime podcasts. Like, if I want to see crime, like, I live in Little Rock, so I just look out the window. But, it just... I get it, like anything to save your kid's life. But as someone who's never been in that position, and therefore, you know, don't understand it, I'm coming from the kid's position. Yeah, Coyote, like Gen X, like you guys had to have commercials for your parents, like, hey, do you know where your kids are? Like, it is 10 o'clock. Yeah, see, overkill. Like, I know I'm messed up. Oh yeah, Lonix, but you know, my pets are idiots. Like, I get what you're coming at. I don't know, always seeing it from like the teenager's point of view, like the ones that I worked with. It always seemed like the life tracking thing was always more of a punishment than like oh, you're safe. See, Gideon, okay, that's the thing. Dude, if I had kids, I would lie to them all the time just to do it, because you can just get away with it. And I know that's awful. That's evil. But like, okay. You know what my favorite thing to do is? Tell a long story just to set up a dumb pun. Like, okay. So like, and I know I've told you guys this story before, but like one of my favorite ones is talking about the history of popcorn in the military. How it's a very easy snack, and you know, it's a very easy snack to transport and to make. So it has a history of use in the military, and it's funny because they actually usually go opposite with the rank on who gets to eat first or gets the snack first. Like they always get, you know, lower rank to go first. But since there's a limited amount of popcorn, by the time it gets to the higher ups, sadly, the only thing that's left is just a bunch of kernels. And I would do dumb stuff like that to kids all the time if I had them. All the time. All the time. And since they wouldn't understand puns, I'd go tell people that. And yeah, a lot of, like, they're not adults. Like, I'm not going to drop a 6-year-old off at the mall and say, good luck, have fun. But, you know, if I got a 16-year-old that is trying to, I don't know, spread his wings or whatever. I just, you know, you gotta let them commit little blunders. Oh yeah, Wes. That's it, man. Like, that's okay. Like, when you're 16, you use the phrase, what do they know?
Welcome.
And then you hit your 30s and you go, what do they know?
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Mabutu. Yeah, Lonix, like if I was a parent, I would have that rule of like, you know, if you get into a situation, I will pick you up and I will not yell at you. Like, if I had kids, I would want them to be able to trust me if they were put into a bad situation. Like, if they wound up at a party they weren't supposed to be at, and they drank or whatever, or like their friend was ODing or whatever. You know how things go. As a teenager, or really even as an adult, especially as an adult, a lot of the times you wind up at places you really didn't plan on going. And it's like, oh, this isn't how this night was supposed to go. Oh God, please get me out of here. And I would want to be that parent that a child can trust to call to, you know, come and rescue them without being yelled at or suffering some sort of repercussion because of, I mean, maybe some sort of atonement, but not, I don't want to yell at them. I don't want them to feel like they can't trust me. Why did I do that? Hey, DPT. Joe. Yeah, right. No, I mean, if you're going around committing light vandalism, you know, we gotta talk. Like, we don't condone vandalism unless it's, I don't know, funny. Ooh, Brian. Yeah, no, that's I feel like maybe she agreed to date him just to get a Valentine's Day present. Like, I remember spending $60 of that being a lot, and that was on a girl I was, you know, going steady with for a long time. I mean, like, I know inflation is a thing, but oh God, that's right, Valentine's Day. I gotta do something. Now, Luna, that is also true. Accountability needs to be a thing. Accountability definitely needs to be a thing. And I feel like that's an issue that I personally would suffer with. As someone who had parents who yelled more than they spoke, I find myself, I feel like I would end up being a friend and maybe not the best type of parent, because as a parent you still need to teach accountability, and I'm not good at that. Like, listen, even my dog knows that they can wiggle a treat out of me at 3 a.m. when I'm in the kitchen, you know? Stop it. Here we go. Stop it! What is going on? Oh my God. Let's just stand up. Get out of the seat, get back in. Now, Cindy, that is true. Did it plot before it closed? I don't feel like it did. I don't feel like it did. Sure didn't. Yeah, exactly. My cat spent $400 on Star Citizen. And I didn't flay it alive. Oh yeah, Brian. $50. He's gonna spend at least 50 on just the teriyaki and then not have anything for Froyo. You're gonna slide him a 20, right? But be grumpy about it? Yeah, so do you know what he spent the 110 on? Yeah, see, Wes, that's a good rule. See, you got yourself an introvert. See, the problem was my father was a terror as a teenager. he did a lot of things that would get him arrested as a terrorist today. Like, he and his gang of other like-minded idiots would do things like steal the wheels off cop cars or build trash barricades on the street, or, you know, throw water balloons of like old milk into people's cars as they drove by. Or my favorite thing that he did as a kid, you guys remember pencil sharpeners, right? Like the old ones with the handles? He took one of those little stick fireworks, the ones that are like a little cylinder, has the two strings, like one on each side, and you pull it apart to make it pop. He tied one of those up inside a pencil sharpener. So, that way whenever someone went to go sharpen their pencil, you know, they would turn the handle, a little turnstile, and it would pull the string and pop and explode the pencil. So, yeah, no, he did a lot of terrible, awful things. And I guess my mom thought I was going to be like that, and I wasn't. Like, I think the worst thing I ever did was stay up late and sneak out to go meet a girl, and we went to Waffle House. Like, that's not exactly, you know, the highlight of debauchery. Oh, Talos, that is nice. That is a fittingly cruel, but like in a good way, punishment. Oh, see, Brian, that's sweet, man. That is sweet. Now you let us know if they break up so we can all boo her. Now, Coyote, that is true. A lot of terrible things happen at Waffle House, but I wasn't one of them. Yeah, see, I don't know how I'd be as a parent. And honestly, I am too scared to find out. I don't think I would have the strength to be a parent. I tell myself I'd be a better parent than my parents, but that's easy to say when I'll never have to be it. You know, what marvelous things I would do that I'll never actually have to accomplish. Yeah, see, Wes, no, I did things at school, but I was sneaky about it. Like, I snuck into the principal's office and I stole all of his detention slips, and I would write people detention. And then leave the detention slips around school for the teachers to find and turn in. Or like, our dean of students, he was this little bald dude, and he was known for always wearing the same hat. So towards the end of school year, I stole his hat. And he never found out who stole his hat.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, get in. Like, if you still need help, I can make it happen, man. I can come help you out. Aiden, I actually have not been using UEX. I've just been using a spreadsheet. Gideon, I think his religion was school. That's fair, Lonix. That's fair. Can't even take care of myself.
Shield system online.
And honestly, if the kidney crap is genetic, I want to pass that down. I feel like the best thing I can do for a kid is just to not have it. My bloodline ends with me. I say that. My sister popped out 3 kids, but that's on her, not me. Yeah, Gideon. You're welcome, man.
Landing complete.
Yeah, Luna, that's also fair. Like, it's hard to see it as a child. You don't have all that experience to see the full picture. Yeah, exactly, in Revenant. Like, I don't... Listen, like, when I go to the grocery shopping, every now and then, I pick up, like, a whole box of Capri Suns. And I don't want to share them. But if I had a child, I'd have to share them. And we'll see what's in stock. Oh, wait, don't worry about it, man. That was a joke. You ain't got to pay me a cent, man.
Hi there.
Yeah, Lonix, but I feel like the little tear would get into them anyway. Ugh, 53 SC. Well, buy what they get. I feel like reading to a kid would be fun, you know? Doing all the voices. You know, finding out they have a favorite book. I had a book that I loved as a kid called Just Imagine by Guy Gilchrist. And, man, I loved having that read to me. Either that or A Trip to Woodland. Oh, that was a good one. Had like gnomes and dragons and all little sorts of woodland creatures in it. I have got to start that reading channel. I've got to do it. You guys want to listen to me read like some kid stories? I know I've been going off and on about it for like 2 years now. I think I'm actually set up where I can finally do it. I mean, guys, that's fair. I mean, I guess, what, just like a library or something? Now, Lucifer, tell me about the Phantom Toll Booth. I don't think I've heard about the Phantom Toll Booth. Yeah, Lonix. All right, that's enough vote right there. I mean, you know, Lonix, I'm 35 and I can hardly follow a plot line. Yeah. See, I've kind of got that position. Kind of. You know, maybe I should have parked a little bit further away so I could actually see what I'm doing. Really? I'd like to take a look at that. I did actually unearth one of my fairy tale books the other day. It's like all the Brothers Grimm stuff. You know, the sad fairy tales where like the mermaid gets sad and turns into a bunch of sea foam, and or Cinderella's sisters, you know, break their feet on a bunch of glass and I guess just walk off with bloody feet. So Norway, you can sorry, you can get the max lift from just about any place with a cargo deck. So all those orbital stations that are right above the planets, like Tressler, Baijini, Everest, Seraphim, they all have max lifts. You can also get them at Obituary, Checkmate, Ruin, and one other station in Pyro. Or Norway, if you're the pirate type, you just shoot a trader and take theirs. Yeah, Michael, it sadly does not. No tractor beam on the Star Lancer. And Wade, I do appreciate the money, man. Although, like I said, you don't owe me a thing. Only if you feel like it, Wade. I'm gonna go hit up Caltag, see if they have anything. Executor. Okay, my mistake. My mistake. Yeah, Backslift is pretty much sold at every cargo deck. And maybe a few other places, but I always get mine at the cargo decks. Well, only if you feel like it, Wade. Only if you feel like it. Oh, Wes, you and me both. You and me both. Thank you, Phaedrus. I'm gonna try to rustle up something special for 10,000. Yeah, Raymond, you know, why not? Why not?
Quantum drive is now off.
You know, Nomad, for some reason I have stayed away from comp boards out of a purely... It sounds dumb. But you know how we had comp boards forever as a thing that you could pick up, but there was nothing to do with it? I have stayed away from them because of that. Even though I could just easily grab it and sell it, I just don't like it. Yeah, wait, I'll probably go to Pyro after this. I'll probably pick up Bexelite around Hurston. I mean, Daniel doesn't sound bad. Like, what's your investment? Is it 400k one way? Like, is it like Stims or Hephaestonite or one of those? I mean, you don't gotta tell me what it is. Don't reveal your secrets or anything. You know, as long as your investment isn't like, I don't know, 3 million, I'd say you're probably doing all right there. A pet turtle. I don't know if I feel like taking care of a turtle. Oh, Gideon, Tachyon. Did I open my doors? Brian, Krill 1 pays a lot for Zapian. Like, if you're just looking for the absolutely highest price, I want to say there's another place that takes it too. For the same. Let me just look again. Okay, so Crew L1 pays $28.49. And I know their demand is 1,200, so you can easily unload there. But her L2 will pay $27.04. So I would say either. Crew L1 is really good, but sometimes people dump there. Yeah, I'd probably go to Crew L1 first. Oh yeah, Daniel, that's not bad, man. I will say there's some risk because people do like to camp the gates. Hold on. Brian, what was the, okay, Hephaestonite. Let me look up all Hef. Hef. L4 buys Hef, 2588. Which is probably the best price you're gonna get. Zapien, they don't take Zapien. Neither on the her. You might have to split your route there, buddy. Mabutu, I ran into one Polaris at the gate. But I've seen a lot of other people get got at the gates. Turns out you can actually stealth a lot of ships where they cannot get where they cannot be detected by the turrets. So you can really, what's the word? Bushwhack people. Like, you can sit right there on their tail as it's opening and just wallop them, and the turrets cannot detect you. Oh yeah, Brian. So Porge is an honorable pirate, and I didn't know if you had any cash on you, but I figured if it was the first time getting hit, there might not be enough time to explain the whole process of what was going on before they decided to, you know. How many? Yeah, Gideon, I'm sorry, buddy. Oh my god, is this... You know what, Wait, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I need to actually send it down. I am a colossal idiot. Gaze upon my idiocy. I thought I'd already sent it down. What a silly goose egg. Yeah, Brian, with distortion weapons, it basically overloads your power plant and causes you a full shutdown. And right now, distortion damage is real easy to do. Yeah, then they use the SRV to tell you out of the area, so you're alone, naked, afraid. And then they get through like the whole pirate thing. It's like, all right, we'll either cut you a deal or cut your throat. Well, certainly not as much food as we could have had, but that just means we've got a healthy economy. And people are buying cargo. Yeah, no, Brian, I shouldn't do ground trading. You should only do it if you've got crew with you. Yeah, Raymond, it is stored in the warehouse. So you can actually jump servers to try to get it to work.
Landing gear up.
Oh, dirtbag, they get stuck all the time. I got lucky there. But the other day, I was not having luck. I was not having luck. Yeah, Raymond, it'll still be there. Basically, it works like inventory at like a station or your what do you call it? Like your primary residence. As long as it is in the warehouse. Now, if you pull it up from the warehouse, like if you're on a place with a working elevator and you pull it up and then fly off somewhere, you kiss it goodbye. But as long as it's in your warehouse, you are good. Raymond, it should be. I don't think it actually leaves the warehouse until it physically comes up the elevator. So that's another thing. If you're ground trading or outpost trading and suddenly somebody flies in and they're just waiting for you to load up, you can just leave the cargo there. Come back another time in a different server. Well, Raymond, if you want to grab them, the small pads are working in my server. Let's go to... You guys think Stanhope? Thetis. I'm going to go to Thetis. I like Thetis.
Quantum drive is now on.
Oh, no, and Revenant.
Quantum drive is
Not this time. Raymond, which Zeus? Which Zeus? Because if it's the CL by a little bit / far. The ES. I mean, if you don't grid it, you could get more in there. But, I mean, grid-wise, the whole A.
system online.
Yeah, Christian, that is true. I do like the little hole.
Landing gear down.
Ooh, Raymond. It's not, Wait, Raymond, are you currently in a hangar right now? And if so, is it a small hangar? I'm just gonna chance one of these. I'm gonna hope they open up. Just gonna chance it.
Landing complete.
Yeah, Sly, I feel like outposts that want trade need to have hangars. Like,
Landing complete.
okay, so you know in Monty Python's Life of Brian, whenever the Centurions are searching for the People's Republic of Judea, and they're all hidden, and then like 30 soldiers come in searching for them, and then they leave, and right as they're getting back to the plot, the soldiers come back, search again, and then they knock, and the old guy goes, "You haven't given us time to hide yet." That's how I feel like outpost trading is. Like, give the ship a chance. Let it get off the ground, you know? Like, sure, you could pirate it, you could blow it up, take what little cargo is there, do whatever. But by golly, give it a chance to get off the ground. And you can do that by having a working hangar system. Like this should be in a hangar. You're telling me a company that can afford a planet, which those aren't cheap, has open air, unguarded logistics centers. Oh, gosh darn it. I guess I'm going to the small one. It does in Revenant. You know, Gideon, I don't know. I can never tell you the difference between etymology and entomology, and it kind of bugs me that I don't know it. Right, Phaedrus? Raymond, did you buy all those in-game?
Engines online. Launch complete.
Like, can you try to spawn them from like a regular non-hangar terminal? And yeah, Sly, like a lot of people play it Rust style, where if they don't get it the first time, they're just going to sling crap all over the place or blow it up so nobody can have it. And gosh darn it, am I still off the...
Launch complete.
This is going to be real awkward. To try to set up. It's a good thing only one of these works. And it's the tiny one.
Landing.
Still restricting. Are we good now? Boy, that's too far. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna land sideways. I'm gonna land sideways. I don't want to. By golly, it's the only thing it seems I can do.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Yeah, I know, Mabutu. It's just this pad's so small that I can't land on it without being on it. Or like, here's my other issue. Let's say there's a homeless man hiding out here. I'm loading up this. That man could just come along and hit that button, and all of his cargo would belong to him. And there'd be nothing I could do about it. Legally, it would be all his. Because CIG didn't think that through. And I reported that as an issue, like, half a year ago. You know, Raymond, you're right. You're right. You are right. When you're right, you're right. I mean, he might not be homeless. He might actually have a house. Oof, look at that grid. Well, it appears to work. Yeah, Wes, I'd have to hit him or take him out before he could get himself to the terminal. What did they do to this cargo? I'm not loading up Bexelite here. Brian, I sure can, if you give me just one moment. Let me just send this down so it's safe. Oh, what new fresh? There we go. Well, Raymond, I was just counting on my my good-natured charm to, you know, get me in. All right, give me 1 second. I am finding my spreadsheet here. Or did I fix it? I may have fixed it. Hold on. I'm going to test something, Brian. This might not be the right spreadsheet. Yeah, okay, that is the right spreadsheet. This is not my spreadsheet. I just want to make that absolutely clear. But you can do exclamation spreadsheet and get that. I made a copy of it and downloaded it and started checking all the prices myself. That way I've got it, independently verified. So Gideon, there's an issue with it. Oh no, Gideon, I'm not the one who made it. I made a copy of it, but I'm not the one who made it. And that links to the original. I'm never going to claim credit for a thing that I did not make. Unless, of course, I can get away with it. I've made some changes to it, yes, but I did not do the majority of the work. And the one that I'm linking is not the one that I've changed. And I think they've actually fixed some of the discrepancies since then. So I copied mine like, 2 months ago. Yeah, but I'm not going to claim it enough to say, yes, this is definitely a thing that I have made and sweated over. Yeah, my version's not linked. Mostly because I start making a new version and then I have like copy of whatever, copy. Oh, what have they done to this grid? Yeah, like I could pick up Bexelite here, but as messed up as this thing is, I'm not gonna do it. All right. Time to go sell. Yeah, Christian, I am too. Like, I'll take it. I'm just surprised. That is a lot of Bexelite, though. I don't like the way that hanger's working, so...
Hiya.
Cool. Oop. Hey, serious. Nothing cool. I mean, like, I'll take the cruise. Or not. You know what? Actually, we'll drink that and leave it here. The guys, do you still talk? Come on. I don't think they do. Remember how these guys used to actually have dialogue? Say things like, just set it down on the table there, or I think you've got the wrong idea made, or pretty boring. They're not making Spectrum vids about my life. Now, Wilder, when you say good old movies, how good are we talking? How good do you want it to be? I picked up The Fantastic Voyage on Laserdisc the other day. I saw it a long time ago as a kid. Okay, so you don't want, like, Dracula versus Billy the Kid, then? You want, like, an actual, like, a good movie. Which, I mean, Dracula versus Billy the Kid might actually be good. I just haven't got around to watching it yet. And, bro, I think it's going to be a little bit troubled, but I appreciate the honesty they had about going forward, and trying to smooth things out for this year. Now, here's the thing, bro. I feel like you can trust everybody but Chris Roberts. Chris Roberts is a showman. And for good or bad, a showman will tell you anything you want to hear to make the dream seem so alive. And he stumbled a bit, but he has set up a massive collection of studios under him to try to make that dream a reality. And I feel like we have finally stumbled enough that we know what direction we're going, and they're finally working on that. So while I do have a lot of criticisms for Star Citizen, gee golly, have I had a lot of criticisms for Star Citizen, I do feel like it is now going in the right direction. Oh, Gideon, he is definitely a showman. Let me tell you about going to CitizenCon. You go to CitizenCon, and that little dude with his indeterminable accent, since he grew up in both the US and England, he gets up on stage and he starts telling you about all these plans for Star Citizen, and he shows you a video. And man, you want to drink the Kool-Aid. Like, at first it was a bitter pill, and now it's a sweet, refreshing drink. And like, gee golly, this Kool-Aid is amazing, and you just have hope. And then you meet him, and he talks to you for a little bit. And the thing about Chris, even in passing, if you meet him for a little bit, he listens like he's actually listening. Like, some peon can walk up to him. Like, I've met him twice now. And it doesn't matter if you're just some no-name or if you actually work at the company. You'll ask him a question, and the way he responds just sounds like he might actually look into it. Like the Drake lobster might actually come out. And you're just so giddy about it. Like, yeah, okay, I'll give him another $500. Why not? You know, like, I'm feeling pretty good after this CitizenCon. I think I will buy that new ship that just came out, and you know, maybe they're right. Maybe they can't get this bug fixed, and you know, they apologize for doing this. And then you get home and you go, wow, he did say it was going to come out 2 years from now in 2018, and that they already had the beta ready for Squadron 42 and was in the hands of testers. They did say that. Huh, gee golly. Yeah, Wolf. Exactly. So yeah, no, like I said, despite all that, I do feel like we're heading in a better direction. Now, we've had a lot of bad direction, and I do chalk it up to higher management. I will never blame the developers. I will always blame management, because there has been mismanagement. They're the ones who decide what order tasks get done in. For some reason, they worked on the Herald, what, 7-8 years before we got data gameplay? Yeah, Gideon, I'd volunteer. Like, I'll play it. I'm just not excited for it. Yeah, Horn. Yeah, like that actually kind of gives me hope. They went, oh, turns out the roses are a sulfur dump. Yeah, Raven. Like, he just kind of metaphorically sweeps you off your feet and takes you to a land of you know, space goodness. And you want him to. Yeah, exactly, Chaos. How long have you people been waiting for your Banu merchantman? Huh? How long? Oh. Oh, my. Oh, don't mind if I do. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, but they're in 8s. That's... I'll risk it for the biscuit. Exactly, Sirius. Exactly. That's my point. Raymond, do you want it? Do you want me to go grab it for you? My tiny light backpack is kind of stuffed to the max. Wait, you said you're still in Pyro, right, buddy? No, Sly. No, I'm sorry. Ah, at the gateway. Okay. You're good. You're good. I just have a lot of 8s. You guys remember that one bit in Sesame Street where the random Muppet tries to sell Ernie an 8? He shows up in a trench coat and a hat, looking around. He's like, say, you look like a smart guy. Tries to sell him the number 8, but like it's an actual 8. An 8th. Yeah, that's it, Archer. It's like, you want to buy an 8? It's like, oh, what would I need an 8 for? It's like, well, you put it on the wall, see? And the next time you'll wonder how many legs an octopus has, it's like, oh, an octopus has 8 legs. Wait, I was going to come to Pyro, but I got sidelined by a good deal. But you ain't got to cross over for me. Come on. Come on. Stop doing the weird tilt thing. I hate that. Seems like an infinity that's stopped to me. Like it's on a rest, a sabbatical. thought maybe I didn't go far enough with the box. You know, I might stop by the other place, see if they've got any gold. So if I could grab 400 SU in gold. Oh, that's a lot of gold. Archerius, can you imagine if we could find, like, buried treasure? That's what Star Citizen needs. Buried treasure. No, Raymond. Well, I mean, you know, no, not while I'm on the ground. Rather do it while I was in my ship. Man, there's some good deals to be had on Ariel, you know? Pick up some gold. Wow, Gideon, that's fast. What are you doing it in? Right. The Zeus. You told me that. Sorry, my bad. You know, Luna, I did have an Apollo. When I first joined the game, I wanted to do medical rescue. I had no interest in trading or freight. I wanted to do medical work. But I ended up ditching the Apollo. My fleet is rather disorganized. I need to do some work on it, but I feel like it'll never be done. Oh, Phaedrus. And then left immediately on the sidelines, right? Yeah, Raymond. Exactly. That's why you gotta scan it first. Joe, okay, so I've been around since it was on Kickstarter, but I didn't back it. Because the Kickstarter described Star Citizen as being a limited multiplayer experience. And I wanted more of an MMO. Like, Squadron 42 was the big thing. Star Citizen was like, you know, they got some multiplayer, but it's not huge. So I passed on it. Now they expanded the scope, and once they did that, I actually backed it. I backed it the IAE of 2014. And that was back before they even called it IAE. I'm okay with it, Gideon, if they can get stuff fixed. It also means we don't have to wait like 3-month installments minimum to see new ships as they, you know, come out. Oh, right. Come on. Come on. Turn around. There we go.
To a new friendship.
Hey. Oh, thank you, Gold.
To a new friendship.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it greatly.
Toast to a new friendship.
Gold, I will have you know
By the beards of antiquity.
that it was explained to me how to make it only say it once instead of just spamming it for everything,
Beards of antiquity.
and I did not fix it. All right. Got a lot of gold. Let's go hit up, what's the other one? Bezdek and, let's see, I'm at Bezdek now. Lathan. That's it. Lathan. Oh, Gold, I thought you enjoyed the spam. And Luna, which Connie are you missing? And no, like, I haven't paid for all of mine either. I feel that some I've had as gifts, or a couple I got via referrals. That's always nice. Oh, the Aurora. I wish I still had my first ship. My first ship was the Freelancer. The original. I remember telling myself, oh golly, that's all the money I'm going to spend on a video game. $110 is already a lot of cash. I'm not going to spend any more. What a fool I was. What an absolute fool. Yeah, Gold, like the little duster environment code it's supposed to come with.
Landing gear down.
Ooh, no doors for Jack. Okay, let's just see if any of these work. Oh, that one's open. Yeah, exactly, Horn. You know how many Caitlyn skins that I own in League of Legends? And I don't think I've touched that game in 5 years, 6 years maybe.
Landing complete.
Or all my Nami skins. I do miss Nami. Actually, I can back this one up since we're loading into the next modules. No, I can't. There's boxes. Oh yeah, gold. I remember that. The rotating engines. With that one commercial. Misk. Built for life. Well, that one works. Well, that's not a good sign. Yeah, why don't you just fall back to the planet? There you go. You're no good to anybody. Go fall back down. Wait, was that you? Sneaking up on me like some sort of Spookosaurus Rex. Oh, interesting. And they don't have gold. Well. Oh, I want to do that so bad. So bad. No, not 41. 8. Want to buy an 8. You and me both, biker. You and me both. Yeah, see, Luna, I think I was more interested in doing like the hot drops and getting in as quickly as I could to rescue people. Like, I remember doing all those rescue pickups on Korea, or what's the word? Scooping people up at Comarays. Like, I was really good at getting in and out. Yeah, buddy. Is this okay? It'll take it too. Oh, I did, Luna. I played the special game and everything. Got it unlocked. But my taste started to change, and yeah. It was Coyote. I remember just hanging there. Like, it was the hangout spot. And someone showed up and was like, oh, a fight. Oh, how rewarding. I wonder. Nope. Really? Wait, I'm an idiot. Now, in Revenant, that is true. Okay, so we can take that. Oh, we can't take it for him. Wade, you are really getting your steps in today, buddy. Honestly, Biker, there's a chance that this becomes my last run. I know I haven't been on for a long time, but I'm starting to feel it. You're welcome to come with. I just, you know, want you to know. I am. Definitely starting to feel it. See, Luna, that's about where I'm at. Oh, come back. You know, in Revenant, I'd say so. Not as much, but, you know, I also like earning my own money and whatnot. I say that, it just gets redistributed to people that need ships more than I do. Phaedrus, I think they already did it. Wow, Wade snuck up on me. Thank you, Wade. Actually, that one's just gonna have to ride, because... Hey, wait, you want to do an experiment? Yeah, we're just going to show this off live. About the whole people stealing your cargo thing. This isn't the right building. Nice, Phaedrus. Who did you end up going with again? Oh, thank you, Wade. That's even better. All right, we're going to do a trash commodity since, you know, I don't want to lose money. So we're going to do 1 box of waste. Yeah, no, Phages, that's it. Like, there's no particular group that I'm like, yeah, I definitely feel a connection for that. I side with the chipmunks. Wow, you blend really well with that, Wade. Like coming around the corner. Now the question is, if I toss this in there, ooh, have they actually fixed it? My goodness, so they did. You know, I feel like that's something they should have announced. That's really something they should have announced. Really something they should have announced. They actually fixed that. Actually, Mike, not at all. The special missions don't affect rep. So Luna used to, if you were loading cargo up out of one of these elevators, some yayo could come along and steal your cargo just by getting on the kiosk and sending it down. Like, you called it up, they hit the button, they send it down, bam, belongs to them. But they fixed that. They just didn't announce it. Now, they can still pull it out of there, you know, with a tractor beam. Nothing you can do about that one, but at least they can't just hit the button and steal all of it. All right. Laranite, Laranite, Laranite. Who pays the most for Laranite? Got some 2830s. Anybody in Pyro pay a lot of money for? Nope. Sorry, I'm just checking prices. So 2830, I think, is the best I can get on Laranite. It's at her L1, L2. Her L1. Gold. Gold we gotta take to Arc L1. So I think we'll just unload the gold and call it there, and I'll unload the Laranite later on.
Launch complete. Docking initiated. Docking denied. Shield system offline. Landing gear up.
Right, and Revenant? And Revenant, think about this. There are people born after the announcement of Star Citizen, but are old enough to play it. How does that make you feel? Still got, yeah. We still got a little extra box. Little extra box holding on. And Revenant, I don't know if there is one. And yes, Gideon, because they're account based. They add to your account, so you'll have to log out, log back in, and don't forget they go to your primary residence. So if your primary residence is Lorville and you've been kicking it around in Hurston, or not Hurston, Pyro, you're gonna have to travel back to equip them. Yeah, fully log out, like log out of the launcher, log back in. Oh, so Fat, it's good to see you, man. You know, Gideon, maybe I should pick up a Zeus again. Or wait, I'm a subscriber. I should have access to a Zeus. I do want to see that purple. Phaedrus, they have a list, but I'll just tell you. For the fight for Pyro stuff, it is for the Carrick, the Pisces, any Pisces, the Zeus, and the Cutter. there. Ah, yes. Thank you, Chaos. Yeah, it is, Persuader. Yeah, it is. It's just that maddening cargo grid, you know? All right. Let's unload some cargo. Yeah, Gideon, I feel like we should have had a darker purple. Sorry, Wade, my mistake. We're dropping off the 8s here. The 24s will stay. That one's on me. That one's on me. Lack of communication. I am a bad boss. Ooh, what is going on outside? Sounds like we got here just in time. Well, Chaos, I don't know when I'm doing it, but I should have a giveaway coming up pretty soon, actually. I think there'll be some goodies for Koramor. And yeah, Christian, I do too. It feels like a tube of toothpaste. Overkill, so Koramor is their version of Valentine's Day, where they sell like pink skins and for some reason single-seater ships, because I guess even in Star Citizen people are alone. Like, I don't get it. Just about every ship they sell the pink skin for, the Lovestruck skin, is a single-seater ship. Very rarely is it a multi-crew or two people. Oh, I hate 8 SCU boxes. I hate these so much. Did I just see a gun? Ah, thank you, Wade. Oh, Christian, let me guess. Hit the wrong button, didn't you? Please don't have to be all organized. I don't know what I'm doing. I should just toss them in here. Yeah, and Revenant, honestly, I'm probably not too far behind you. I am really starting to feel weak. Weak and sleepy. I did not sleep well last night. Whew, yeah. Yeah, I am feeling it. I don't know if it counts as early. It might just end up being a nap. But I did a lot of no sleep over the weekend. And it wasn't even a fun no sleep. I just keep getting those like little micro shutdowns, you know?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
Yeah.
retrieval system.
I would like to use the sleepiness if I can.
Has been moved. Please visit.
Wait for that to finish closing. Make sure the ship is actually stored.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Okay, we're good. Let's go sell some gold and get out of here. And wait, I do appreciate the assist. Otherwise, I would still be figuring stuff out. Where am I going?
How are you?
Oh my god, I keep getting these little micro sleeps. Oof. Oh, yeah, I'm shutting down quick. All right, all right. Sell this gold. We'll be good. Be good. Where do I sell it? Not up here. There we go. Finally, I'm gonna go sleep on this bench over here. Oh. Seven. In demand. But they'll only take 7. Well, I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to sit on this until tomorrow, then try to sell the whole thing for a higher price. Well, we still made profit today. And thanks to Wade, we're at one heck of a boost, so... That is very nice. Thank you. Again, Wade. So, let's wrap it up here. As you know, I'll be signing off. I'm gonna go lay down some. I've got a doctor's appointment coming up on Thursday, so if you don't see me Thursday, that's why. Just, you know, a heads up. So I want you guys to have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to go... I'm gonna go snoozle. And, yeah, as always... Until next time, keep on trucking. Have a good night, guys.